ladies and gents, it's your girl LaceMeLemon, and today I am doing a tutorial on my crochet soft locks. So jumping right into this video, I am holding up now my new fox locks from Amazon. They're about $50. I got 6 packs of these. Then I went to my beauty supply store and bought a pack of Locs hair. I will be wrapping this around the top of the lock and where they are extending at. So that's what you see me holding up right now. This is the extension locks, and you want to extend them before you even do your hair because this cuts down so much time, you guys. So as you can see where the red is at, I'm going to take that Locs hair and just wrap around there if I wanted to, and it would just make it blend seamlessly because the locks are in a medium brown, so they're burgundy at the top and kind of red at the bottom. So I'm going to show you guys how to extend them too, so just stay tuned for that. But when extending them, the first thing that you are going to need is a crochet needle. You're going to need that to do your crochet. You are going to need this needle. As you can see, I'm just opening and closing that hook, and I am going to do real time and tell you guys everything that I did to extend these locks. As you can see, first 2 crochet locks. You have 2 ends on this lock. You have the opening end, which allows you to stick your crochet needle through. Then you have the bottom of the lock, which has no opening. So right now what you are going to do is go to the bottom of your lock, of one of your locks, the bottom. You're going to take your crochet needle, you're going to open it. You're going to put it through that lock, so it'll be like this right here, basically. You're going to take the top, that means the opening of, I don't know if you guys can see this little opening, the opening of your other lock. You're going to take that, as you see I'm putting my finger through it. You're going to hook it on the hook right here. Once you hook it on this hook, you're going to close it. Once you close it, you're going to drag it back through that lock. Okay? Once you drag it back through that lock, you're going to leave the hook still in that opening of that lock. Take the end of that same lock that you have the hook through, and hold on. You're going to hook the end of that lock, that same lock, and you're just going to drag that through the hole. So once you drag that through the hole, it's going to like basically tie a knot. So this is what it does. It extends the lock. So this is the top right here, and now this is the bottom right here. So it's about this long. So with this piece, what you do, comb it out. Take your comb this piece out. After you comb it out, make sure you guys see this. After you comb it out, all the locks are going into one specific direction. So I'm going to twist the hair into the position that is going. Rather you want to twist it up towards the opening of the lock, or rather you want to twist it to the bottom. I prefer to twist it to the bottom of the lock. So as you can see, I just take the hair and wrap it around that lock. And keep wrapping. And it's best to extend these before you start your hair versus when you're doing it, because it takes a long time. The processing time is longer. So you want to do these before. So another thing, you need super glue. I'm going to take my super glue, super glue, nail glue. This is nail glue, I mean. I'm going to take my nail glue and I'm going to put it on the end of that wrap and just roll it in my hand a little bit and then this is the lock. So at this point, I'm just going to braid my hair into small sections. And in the next clip, I was almost finished. I was finished braiding, and I zoomed in to show you guys a close-up on me doing the lock. So what I'm going to do is put my crochet needle through the top of that braid. Then I'm going to take the opening of that lock and hook it onto that hook. Then I'm closing the hook and I'm pulling the lock through that braid, so it's going to look just like that. So to tie the knot, I'm going to put the end of that lock through that loop that I put the hook on, and as you can see, it's tugging on the extended part, so that's all that is right there. But if you didn't extend it, you might not have that trouble. So I'm just going to pull that lock tighter, and what it's going to do is create a knot. And right now I'm just putting my hair between the knot. You don't have to, but I just do mine like that. And as you can see, I pull the knot, pull it tight, and then I'm going to begin to wrap my hair into the lock. So you want to open the lock, and you just want to wrap your hair the way that the lock goes. So as you can see, I'm just continuing to wrap that hair around the lock, and that's why I went ahead and in the next few clips you're going to see me come back on and wrap them, because as you can see, some of the black, my hair seeps out of the lock because it's so soft. So I suggest wrapping them, and I'm going to tell you guys why some more in the next few clips if you keep watching. So like I said, I just go ahead and wrap it on down. So at this point, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm placing that opening onto that hook, closing it and pulling it through. Now I'm pulling the bottom through that opening, and I'm just going to slide that up, and as you can see, it will create a knot. And this is how you secure your crochet into your hair. So like I said, you can go ahead and put your hair into that knot if you want to. So as you can see now, the crochet is secured. Now I'm opening that lock up again, and I'm just wrapping that lock around my hair. So this is just the ending of me crocheting them in. This is how they look. And like I said, in the next clip, you're going to see me wrap them. And I want you guys to stay tuned for that, because that really gives it a flawless look. If you want it to look like this, then that's fine. But wrapping them makes it so much neater, you guys. You're going to love it. They came out really good. It took me about 6 to 8 hours to do this. And the next day is when I got the idea of wrapping them. Hey everybody, it's me again. So I just wanted to make sure I came up here and updated you guys. So this is going to be in a live video, like, you know, showing you what's what. So today what I did exactly was go back and wrap around my crochet box, and I'm going to show you why. These are the ones that I wrapped. I have those tied in already, and as you can see, you can tell the difference when I get up close on them. And as you can see, they are so soft. And And the reason I wrap them is because my hair is real coarse and it gets real puffy and it's coming out the sides. What they don't tell you, if you just wrap your hair into this, it's a chance that it can just seep out of the sides, and because you can't see it, you're actually doing it on your own. Your whole middle head can look just like that. So this is one side of it or whatever. Okay, this is one side. See how flawless this size look, how neat it looks. I wrapped it halfway through and the ends are still like this. This is still the end, still beautiful. And this is the other side that I didn't wrap. Now I wrapped some of them over here, but I didn't quite finish. But I'm just in the middle of it. I'm almost finished. But as you can see, look at this one that's wrapped and look at the one that isn't. You see that? See the difference between the two? I hate it. I don't like it like that. So that's why I went ahead and started wrapping them. So at this point, what I'm going to do is ball these ones back up. And make sure you have your nail glue. I got it for $1 out my nearest beauty supply store. I'm sure any of you can get this nail glue. So this is what I'm using. I think I showed you this in the beginning. It's the 3X Locs hair. Hope you guys can see it. This is 14, 14, 14. It comes in 3. Has 3 little slots or whatever. And this is my second pack. So I used all of my 6 packs of hair, Locs that I had, and I used all of those. So right now I'm just going to show you how I wrap it. And like I said, I don't have much. Most of them I've already wrapped, as you can see, and I did the butterfly effect, so I'm going to show you the butterfly effect too. So what I do is take one strand of it. This is one strand that I take, and I just fluff it out like so, stretch it out. Now this is the lock that I will be working on. I take it, make one side longer than the other. I take my lock, I just sit it on top of, I take my hair, matter of fact, and I just sit it on top of my lock. Then I begin to twist. So you know, you're putting pressure on that other piece because you don't want it to unravel or anything. So take your thumb and just your thumb and your index finger and use those two to twist it around. So I do a couple wraps at the root, as you can see, and I just come on and bring it on down. And make sure you get those other ones out the way too. So like I said, bring it on down. And this takes no time at all. To wrap them, it probably took me like 2 hours at the most. The hard part is just braiding those braids and parting and crocheting them. So right now I'm going to show you how to do the butterfly effect. So as you can see, this is my piece. I take one of my fingers and I take my index finger and I just put it here. Take a little piece of hair out, take the rest, wrap it around, and I wrap it on the inside of that finger about 2 times, just to lock that in place, right? I pull that finger out and I leave it there, and I just begin wrapping downward around it, see? So that's the butterfly effect. I just wrap downward, loosen my wraps when I go down. I just loosen them. So if you get like a distressed look, I loosen them up. And as you can see, I kind of like when some of the hair of the lock, because the lock is so soft, so you don't want to wrap it so tight, because what's going to happen is the hair is going to start lifting out of the lock. Is just going to puff up, and it's going to just be so tight on that. The hair that you're wrapping is going to be so tight on that lock that it's not even going to, I don't like how that looks. So I learned as I went, I learned to loosen my grip up on the hair. So I just keep twisting. Once I get to the end, I twist it back up and I put my glue on. And be careful with this glue beside your eye, because the fumes of it could make your eyes real watery. So be real careful with that. So I hold it there, take my palm, rub it back and forth. At this point, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just wrapping my hair and the hair around the lock. And like I said, you want to press firmly so you can make sure you wrap in every piece, and you want to wrap the beginning at about 2 or 3 times to get the thickness, and then you just want to go ahead and begin wrapping downward. This was not long at all. Like I said before, you use your index finger or your thumb, whatever you choose, to separate the piece of hair, wrap around it, and continue to wrap down past that hair. And as you can see, it will make the butterfly effect, the butterfly look. To get more of the distressed look, like I said before, just continue to wrap loosely. Like I said, don't wrap too tight. Please don't wrap too tight, because you're not gonna like how it looks, and it might be stiff. That's why I don't try to wrap too tight, because when I did them before on my daughter, they was kind of stiff and I had to dip them. So to defeat that, I just don't wrap them too tight at all. And you just want to rub them in the palm of your hand again to get that distressed look. So as you can see, I pinched the loop that I did with the butterfly, and this one I pinched it out because sometimes I end up wrapping it by mistake. So just to still have that loop out, I just pinch it. And as you're going to see, I'm just going to continue wrapping. In some places, I leave a curly piece out, so I don't always wrap it all the way down. I'll just leave a curly piece out and, take the super glue to secure it in place so it won't unravel. And like I said, I like this look so much better. It's so much neater. So this is the ending look, you guys. It is beautiful. I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video. In the next couple of clips, this is how I styled my hair. A ponytail down. I did a big bun one day, then I did a half up and down, you guys. So again, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you.